was way too much. I'm really full, and now I'm like, man, I'm already hungry again.
Yep. Alright, stream started. Let me give me a minute and I'll just set this up and then we can get going. That goes there. And right here. YouTube, come on. Alright. This goes there, that goes there. This is all nice and good. I'm back in here and we got feeds. Alright, hello everyone. Welcome back for the final week. The final week of bingo season. Until the playoffs, at least. Today we got Spooty versus Tyler. A good old match. Both players guaranteed to make the playoffs already, but still. I think Spooty's still fighting for a first seed, actually.
Yeah.
At this point, it's all about getting ready for the playoffs. I don't think I really need to say the rules this far into the game. Both players, I'm assuming we're going to be doing the countdown in Bingo Sync Chat.
Yeah, that's fine.
Alright. In that case, let's not wait any longer. You can both deafen. Best of luck, and I'll see you on the other side.
Alright, good luck.
Alright.
Alright, and with that, I mean, I've been set up for a while, so I think we're just ready to go. Chat's on screen this time. Yep, didn't forget anything. Yep. Okay, so let's not wait any longer. In 3, 2, 1, reel. And the timer started. Alright. And we're off. Well, we'll be off in a bit. Alright, so today, as our general goals, we have shops. We've got gifts, a big old 12 gifts for the garden. We have 5 gold discs as the center square. That's going to be interesting. And we have, presumably, levels or bosses. Alright, Spooty entering Waldorf's, Tyler going to Porgy right off the bat. Reach the Abyss lowest area. That's, if you know what to do, that's a pretty good goal to go for. Waldorf's is probably a pretty fair play, just to try to figure things out right off the bat. It's a gift, pretty easy gold disc, and 4 unique items in 1 run. With gold disc as your center square here, you're really going to want to start min-maxing general gold. Well, min-maxing. Just going for a lot of general goals. Just try to beat games, actually. Alright, and then levels are here. And then what's our super awesome general? We got Gridlock. What's the other game center square right now? Gridlock 0. Gridlock is beat the Spiral, beat 5 rounds of Devilish, and rescue an owl. I did that one time. That was fun. Minion Max Gift. Whoa. Yeah, that's a pretty easy center square to go for. I think I definitely like this more, a hard center square. There's nothing else for Porgy, right? I didn't miss anything. I guess the gift, but doesn't seem like it. There's no shop in Porgy, so no, this is really just going for the Abyss here. You know, I'm gonna assume. I'm pretty sure I did think I saw Spooty get one of the items in a shop. A little low here. That's us, the 3 goats. A Porgy gift would be a boss, which is not impossible. You do kind of have the Buster Torpedoes here. It's not impossible. I just wouldn't go for it. It is one of, in my opinion, it is one of the most random gifts in the game. Definitely not my preferred thing to go for. Alright, looks like Tyler's going in for the Abyss now. Yeah, no, I would not do that. Although it would count as defeating a boss in one of the 5 different games. Alright, and that is Waldorf's purchased 4 unique items in one run. Very quick goal. And obviously going to continue here. Also has the gift. Mark that down. But we'll obviously try to continue and get this gold. Trying to make some progress towards the center square. Okay, barely made that puffin. Unfortunately, I don't think any... Oh, there's the Abyss. I don't think any of the items that Spooty got were, the canned fish. Which is really unfortunate. Alright, pilot quest. Fair. We do have defeat Big Borg. Borg. However you pronounce that. Ooh, Spooty leaving Waldorf. That was a pretty rough round. Alright, what is he gonna go for? Devilition. Interesting. Devilition have 6 villagers at once. Not an easy goal. In fairness, anything Devilition, it's never easy. I do not believe this counts as a shop. Tyler entering Cyber Owls. After presumably starting off Pilot Quest. Cyber Owls. What do we have? Okay, Spooty pivoting off to Night Matter. Things are happening all over. Yeah, Devilition is in Gridlock. It's a good one to go for. Unfortunately, we're seeing Night Matter. I think Spooty is going to try to run this gold disc. It's also a gift as well, Night Matter, and also find 10 journal entries. It's a good one to go for. Meanwhile, do we have Pacifist? I'm assuming we have Pacifist here, because I'm seeing Pacifist. Yep, there it is. And you could stay in here and rescue an owl as well. That would count for a gift, and make some progress towards Gridlock. There's a good amount of synergy. This is not an easy board to go for. Alright, and that's a gift for Spooty, who will be continuing. And presumably just going to go all the way to Gold Disc and get some journal entries on the way. Alright, I forgot to get this up just in case something happens. Alright, I marked levels. It's not levels, it's bosses. I don't know why. It doesn't matter, neither of the players have defeated a boss yet, but Tyler is about to. Spooty a little lost. I'm assuming just looking for journal entries, which is fair. That's not something I'd ever know where they are, because the only reason to ever know where the journal entries are in Night Manor is specifically for this bingo goal. You don't need it for anything else. In fairness, they are all over the place. Yep, that's 10. Not going to be sticking around in Night Manor. That's right. Could go back in later. A Tactics. I did see a Tactics reach Lieutenant in ranked mode. And also beat 5 levels without losing any flags. These actually work very well together. Okay, true. Casually you need them. Now, I think you only need 4 perfect games to reach Lieutenant. So you would have to do 1 more game to get the 5 levels, but it's definitely something to go for. Although, if you're really trying to get this without losing any flags, you actually do have to play a Tactics, which I know Spooty is a speedrunner. Playing a Tactics is not in our ballpark. Usually we just let the RNG carry us to the victory. Alright, Tyler on the boss now. Has not defeated an enemy yet. Don't lose it. No! Okay, I will not count that. He has lost a flag. May have to abandon that goal. In fairness, this is a pretty bad board right now. Okay, bailing off of a Tactics, entering back a Tactics, fair. When you get a bad board, that's often a good way to restart a Tactics. That's a boss for Tyler, and that's going to be the Cyber Owl Square. Will we see Owl? Nope. A tactics. We have an tactics race. Now that is not something I get to say often. Or anyone gets to say often. That's a much better board right there for Spooty, who does make the progress. Tyler is a little behind here, but a tactics is a bit of a cruel mistress. And could just totally give the worst RNG possible to Spooty, and then, you know, whatever happens, happens. Although it looks like Spooty just got some good RNG again, so... halfway to Lieutenant, and 40% of the way to the other goal. Will the line go in? The line will go in, so now he just needs to defend as well. Alright, and that is another. One more game for Lieutenant, although they do get harder. You know, I didn't see that was... okay, that was also... That's one for Tyler. It's pretty rough. Spooty knows how to play a tactics fast. By fast, I mean you still need to get lucky, but he is getting lucky right now, so... And this is definitely going for Spooty right now. Hopefully Tyler sees it pretty quickly and pivots. This should be Lieutenant. Lieutenant rank marked. Not going for the final game. That's... I guess it's leaving a trap for Tyler. Well, who knows, maybe Tyler won't see it and we'll just go all the way. Okay, divers. Divers, here we're looking for a shop, for sure. And possibly a gift as well. Yep. So that's a shop. Is there anything else in divers? Or reach level 3, we might see a bit, quite a bit of divers, actually. I've not seen this goal done before. This is peak divers gameplay right here. Okay, that's the second one for Tyler. Has he seen that he's lost the Lieutenant race? He did just see it. Okay. Bailing off of the tactics, going into Kick Club. What do we have for Kick Club here? We have 5 extra lives at once. He does have to block the column 5 bingo. Which Spooty is not actually going for, it seems, but... yeah, Spooty is planning this row 3 bingo instead, which... this could be pretty rough for Tyler if... this Divers level... I don't actually know how long Divers level 3 takes, so... This could be pretty rough here. In fairness, Spooty doesn't actually have the gold disc yet. Any gold discs at all. So there's a possibility for Tyler to make a comeback here, although Spooty does know a lot of gold disc speedruns, so it's a tough one to contend against. And I would assume Spooty also knows the quickest way to get a key code. Halfway through level 2. Looks like he's just farming anemones. I guess that's fair, these are static spawns. Yeah, just one more anemone and that'll be level 3. That's actually the fastest way to do that. I did not know. Great work on that very hard level here from Tyler. And that's level 3 for divers. Now, here's hoping. Kick Club is a pretty intense game, so Tyler might not see it for a little while. It might take up until the boss. Although Spooty does seem to be deciding what to go for here. Back into a tactics. He is just one level away here. So one level without losing any flags, and that is going to be good enough. Yep, there it is. Alright, now presumably... Party House. I guess he's not actually going for a bingo? Okay, no, this is no. I forgot. This is regular Spooty gameplay. He's just creating a lot of freaking like potential lines, and then your opponent, you don't know what to do. This is classic Spooty gameplay. He's creating a potential threat. He's gonna be going for a 6 trouble at once here for sure, and there's nothing else for Party House, I think. That was a shop as well, for sure. Party House counts as a shop. Yeah. If you can't defend quickly, then Spooty does cause a lot of trouble. He is the most, I think probably the most aggressive player in the league. Tyler is playing some excellent Kid Club over here, actually about to get this goal done. Get the pizza, and that is 5 lives. That is column 5 blocked. Presumably you don't keep going here, the gift's not worth. And going for pin golf. Okay, so he'll be going for gold discs then. Now, unfortunately, the Vinger play was definitely better here, but Vinger is kind of that game where, like, you gotta know it. And that's just rough. Yeah, there's nothing else for pin golf here, right? That was a hole-in-one. That's a gift for Tyler. I believe the first gift for Tyler. Yeah, nothing else here. So this is just... He's making a push for gold discs. Meanwhile, Spooty's going to be making progress towards the column 2, probably. Although, Spooty has not started Pilot Quest, I don't think. So Tyler might be making the correct defensive play here, although obviously it's currently 5-3 to Spooty, so has a bit of an advantage that way. Still not getting all the trouble that he wants. That was a beautiful shot from Tyler right there, directly into out of bounds. But it was a beautiful shot. Still not quite there. The problem with getting this much trouble on screen, you need a lot of house space and you need a lot of trouble. Yeah, there is potential. He did start Pilot Quest, so I'm thinking he's probably thinking about row 4. But unfortunately, he's not actually thinking about any of that right now. Like, he's just trying to defend and keep this match going. I think Spooty is realizing that he doesn't actually have that much trouble in his party. He only has 4 trouble total. He needs to buy more trouble. Okay, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, that's gonna be a bust. Wait, is that? I thought that was 5. I'm assuming that was 6. Spooty probably was paying more attention than me there. Alright, and now the threat is on. Terminal. Even coat. Paint chase. I've not seen this done before. That being said, Spooty has practiced the entirety and currently has the Pilot Quest Gold World Record. So... player of choice for this is definitely going to be Spooty. This is a really interesting goal. I like this goal. And first, because I like all the levels with spike mines. You know, Tyler continuing to make progress most of the way through. Most of the way through pin golf now. I've not seen bosses, right? There's been a lot that's happened very quickly, so yeah, no. The only boss we've seen so far is Cyber Owls. No, we have seen one more boss, Kid Club, forgot about that. No gold discs for anyone so far. No progress towards gridlock. It's looking like a pretty tough board here. I'm assuming that was all part of the plan for Mr. Spooty here. Yeah, look, he's fine, he's fine. Oh, the bumper is definitely taking some lives for Tyler. Iconic level. Alright, last one here for Spooty. That is actually going to block that row 4 that we just talked about for Tyler, too. Yeah, at this point, Spooty is definitely making his presence known throughout the entire board, which is... that's a tough spot to be in. And Tyler kind of doesn't have a choice. If he doesn't go for that, I mean... no, you kind of have a choice, but you got to know how Spooty plays. Alright, and that is going to do it here for that goal. Very easy goal. And now Spooty's all over the board. I think even Spooty doesn't really know exactly what to do here. Devilition. Alright, looks like he's going to be going in for that. Well, I'm saying this, he might pivot. He's been pivoting a lot, but I think he's going to be going in for that, that column 1. Okay, he's kind of working backwards. I'm not used to seeing, like, extremely fast, Devilition gameplay. Even though I usually play Devilition, like, semi-fast. Like, really, really fast Devilition gameplay is... I always think it looks kind of weird, because, like, you're building backwards most of the time. Alright, Tyler just about done with pin golf. Beautiful. Beautiful. That counts as a cherry, it doesn't matter, but... well, the last 2 times I saw Spooty play, he went for bingo and absolutely crushed it, so... it's been a while since I've seen him play like this. Alright, Tyler back into Pilot Quest. I think kind of is realizing, like, everything that could happen. Continuing to make good progress towards that big Borg. Big Borg. And now just kind of has to take in the state of the board and realize, oh no, there's like 5 potential lines. What do I do? And what is he doing? Because you see these goals being marked and you're like, you have absolutely no way of possibly knowing where Spooty is. It's not possible to know. That being said, heading into Star Waspier. What are we looking for here? Clear waves in 1 and 2. This is progress towards the bosses. This will also be a gift if you get a good enough... yeah, you can make gift progress here as well if you go for it. You are allowed to get egg here, just not anything else. Now, 6 villagers at once can be done by the end of round 4. I'm gonna assume... Spooty might not go for gridlock. Ooh, that's a early death for Tyler there. Alright, just one more perfect round here for Spooty. That'll be 6 villagers at once. If I was Spooty, I might not even consider just making the gridlock process progress. Really, you don't need it. You really just don't need it. Though this, at the same time, if it does come down to it, it would be a pain to just go back in, but... you don't need it. I think Spooty also knows that he doesn't need it, so I don't think he'll be going for it. Star Waspier not going well. Tyler pivoting out. Where will he go? Alright, Spooty just double checking everything. Did catch a mistake there, so that was good. Kind of a beautiful board cleanup, honestly. Alright, Overbold. What are we looking for in Overbold here? Cherry Disc, fair enough. And that is 6 villagers at once. This could be big for Tyler here. If he gets this Overbold right off the bat, that's blocking column 1, which... I mean, I guess Spooty's not going for any. It's throwing me off guard. I'm used to seeing Spooty go for bingos, and he's not going for any bingos at all. He's just going all over the board, whatever the hell he wants. He's going to be making row 1 progress with this breaks goal for Galfaria. Lining up the shot. Fair, there's an eagle right there. I don't know if that's... Oh, got bounced around. That's unfortunate when that happens. Yeah, unfortunately when you're in the grass, you can't quite make that shot. You have to go up first. Yeah, I learned this one the hard way. Unfortunately, grass actually does slow down your shot, so it's pretty hard to make it out of a... kind of a banking like that. Hey, playlist. Work. I just have to manually click on this playlist now. Let me get some, a little more juice, please. Maybe too much juice. Yeah, fair. I don't really think that's what Spooty's going for here, but it is working out that way. Although, it's pretty low strokes here for Spooty. Ah, fair. There is a checkpoint right there that you can use. If he makes it. You need Destruct to get to the checkpoint. The game gives it to you? I actually didn't know that. That is very nice of the game. Tyler making pretty good progress here. I don't know if he has a strategy in mind for the cherry disc, but... just kind of playing the game. Which is harder than it sounds for Overbold. One mistake is to the end of your run, so... just playing the game is good enough. Alright, Spooty in the break room. Infamous room. Known for just bouncing everyone around. Taking it pretty slow, but that's better than, you know, taking it a little too fast and dying without making it to the birdie. Oh, we got a lot of toucans. We got a lot of toucans. Ooh, that was tough. Barely had enough health to survive that. Wow, that was tight. Meanwhile, Spooty gets the breaks. Now 9-3. This is a tough spot for Tyler. Combines, yeah, okay, so I'm assuming Spooty's not even really going for Mako. He just has to go for majority here. There are no more bingos available for Tyler. Ah, the bullet bouncer. Honestly, probably my favorite upgrade in Overbold is the bullet bouncer. Clear first blow without shooting. Iconic goal. Looks like Spooty has pretty good RNG here. This ant is stuck over there, not going for the honeydew. Alright, I have to manually move the playlist forwards. Ooh, I don't know about baiting the second one, but I guess it's better to have him here than to have him Uh-oh, you're kind of letting the other one go. You gotta bring him back. Oh, you're not gonna get both back, though? Okay. Bit of a tough spot here for Spooty. Yeah, just gonna retry that. I was still making really good progress. Honestly, I'm used to seeing Overbold just completely own people, so this is kind of refreshing. It has to think about, I believe... Well, actually has quite a few rounds left. I think now you really start going for the cherry, but... Tyler in a really good spot to get this. This would be awesome to see. Alright, that's one down. This Overbold gameplay is nice. I'm sorry, I'm liking this. It's been a long time since I've seen some really clean Overbold gameplay in Bingo. Alright, and that's going to be First Blood done. It's 3,500 for the cherry, right? I'm trying to remember. I thought it was 4,500, but it's been a while. Alright, Spooty looking for his next target. Magic Garden, reach a score of 50,000. I'm assuming that's not very fast, but Spooty has done a lot of Magic Garden. Uh-oh, Tyler, get out of there. Yeah, looks like he's not really thinking about the gift much, so no progress on that. We'll just be going for score. You don't even have to win, you just have to get the score, so. Alright, here's the final Overbold round here. Guns blazing. Bombs out. Heart racing. The score is pretty high, but if you know how to score in Magic Garden, which from what I'm seeing of the board here, Spooty is pretty familiar with it. Oh yeah, but you kind of got to play risky, but you can get 50,000 very quickly. Well, very quickly. As obviously, you have to play extremely risky too, but it is not a long goal at all. Right, playlist. The playlist that doesn't play. Alright, shields are saving Tyler here, although he does also have a lot of health behind those shields. Not a lot to worry about here, honestly. Still a lot of bombs as well. Medkits around. The boss is out. These little rushers are out as well. Gotta be careful here. Beautiful. That is the third boss down for Tyler. And another gold. And get a beautiful block here. Great square. Great gameplay. That was his first try. Back into Pilot Quest. Is it time to go say hi to Big Borg? Big Borg. Spooty just trying to get some potions to spawn here, but... And then let them level up. Alright, we're going in. Spawning more potions while it's happening, too. So you just want a really high multiplier is basically what you're going for here. Put out your path, get some more potions to spawn. Score's already 5k, and I mean, he's not even close to the end here. Yep. So not gonna quite make it, but as you just saw, all the way to 33k. Here's Big Borg. Well, Big Borg is not cooperating right now, which in fairness, it never tends to. Big Borg is kind of a jerk. Yep, that's no Big Borg. Ooh, that's a rough death for Spooty. Alright, we'll have to go back in, try that again. Had a pretty good setup there, just unfortunately kind of lacked a couple potions. And I think you might want to like get a couple more golds in the early game just to up the spawn rate of your friends a little bit. Campanella 3, what are we going for here? Campanella 3. A boss? I doubt we're going all the way to Gold Disc. So it must be a boss. There's no shop here. The boss would also count as a gift. Well, if you get the bonus game, it counts as a gift. There's options. There's definitely options here. That's good. This. Oh, no, Spooty. Okay, there we go. Thought we lost him for a second. Now that this board looks pretty rough, but this match might last quite a while longer. There's not a lot of fast goals left. And Spooty doesn't have much progress towards the general goals, which, if he had, then this would be pretty fast, but from this current state, there's not a whole lot to be done, other than just kind of going for some of the tougher goals, if you're planning on winning by majority anyways. Well, we're seeing Magic Garden here. I'm going to look at that after I see this attempt to the 50k here. You have to take a pretty intricate path here to keep obviously your timer up, not getting all of the blues on the field because you want to actually upgrade your multiplier first. Spawn some more potions at the same time. Alright, Spooty's in. I'm presumably going all in now. No, I did not. I've been too looking at this. I'm assuming I got a boss here. Magic Garden 50k. I actually don't know if that said 50k, but I'm assuming it did. Star Wars Spirit. Yeah, honestly, this Star Wars Spirit gold, I don't know how it's been lasted this long. This is like 2 minutes. It's not that hard if you've played a good amount. I'm gonna mark down an extra boss here for Tyler. I'm assuming he got to the boss in Campanella 3 while I was looking at some hot Magic Garden action. So yeah, this Star Wasper one's very easy to go for. After that, see, 200,000 points in Seaside Drive is actually not that fast. So I don't think we'll be seeing that. I'm thinking Spooty's probably thinking about gifts a little bit. He does have a fair amount of gifts. Shops would probably be faster, though. He has 3 shops as far as I've counted. A possible, but I don't think so, because if you're doing Bushido Ball, you have to play as some pretty tough to play as characters. That goal can definitely backfire. Since Spooty can go for anything, I think he'll be going for the shops or the gifts. And that would be... Is that a 5th boss? That is a 5th boss, okay. Alright. The first general goal to go down is the boss's goal. This is... coincidentally enough, this is Spooty's first boss. So, that's crazy. Yeah. Tyler gonna wait a little bit longer. Alright, Tyler going for the Bushido Ball play here, so that's gonna block that off for Spooty, which I don't think Spooty would be going for it anyways. Oh, never mind. Alright. I'm taking that back. Ooh, is Tyler going for the shop? That would be crazy. Ooh, that would be big. I definitely... My prediction is Spooty is gonna go for... Spooty is going to go for the shops. Or the gifts. But I think he's going for the shops. Alright, that's one shop. I believe that was Tyler's first shop. I have actually not seen any other shops from Tyler. Although, no, I don't think so. Well, no, Overbold. That's 2. Alright, Spooty had the boss here. I actually don't know how you play as Gray Ship, because I've only ever played as Yellow Ship. And Red Ship for the UFO. Yeah. It's possible he's going for gifts, but... Okay, I'm assuming that was a shop there for Tyler. It's hard to pay attention here. Party House, that's a fast shop. You'd have to get some pop. Okay, and there's the Star Waspir goal. Alright, now the question is, shops or gifts? Or Bushido Ball, I guess. Gifts is what he's looking at. And I missed a gift at some point. Oh, I didn't mark down the Star Waspir gift, actually. That was my bad. Alright, presumably, Tyler's going for shops. I genuinely haven't seen much. Ooh, this could be a shop race. And I'm gonna... My eyes are going crazy. Alright, 4 to 5 shops right now, if I'm counting correctly. Oh, 4 to 6, because that was Divers. Avianos, I think you have to get Quetzal here. I'll tell you, going for the Rock on Island. Yeah, trade here. That's a trade, that's a shop. 5 to 6 for shops. And yep, did level up there, so that counts. That's 7 shops. 5 to 7. Spooty going for the Rock on Island play as well. Tyler entering Grimstone. Fair, that's a pretty fast one. There we go. I don't know if Village of Peace counts, but honestly I would count it personally, so I'll just let it slide, whatever. 6 to 7. Bug Hunter. Yeah, you gotta pass. You gotta talk to the angel to get the money. All right, 7 to 7. Nope, now it's 7 to 8. If I'm counting correctly, if I'm not counting correctly, then you know that's on me. A shop in Disconia is very fair. Seaside? No, there's no shops in Seaside. Quibble, that makes sense. Alright, that's 8 to 8. Overbold, that's pretty fast. It's gonna come down to the wire. Okay, 8 to 9. Minion max. Ooh. Okay, 9-9. Grimstone, uh-oh. You do have the intro cutscene here. Oh no! We're just listening to it's I'll post it later. Hold on, I'm like fully invested right now. That's it. That's it. Wow, that was close. That was close.
I knew you liked that shop goal, so I figured I'd go for it. But yeah,
No,
I
that
had,
was
like 2 more. I think.
Beautiful play there from Tyler, but no, you had from my count, you were missing one more.
Yeah, the Minion Max, and then I think the Velgrass.
Oh right, I marked Valgrass, but I think you did die.
I swept the Velgrass.
All right, beautiful play. That was definitely the right thing to go for. Well done. Great job, Spooty.
Was I sniping you a lot, or were you just in overbold for that long?
I was in overbold a little bit. I started going a little bit for the gold disc. I got the cherry and pin golf, but yeah, you sniped me on a tactics, and that's what really started. That's when I really slowed down. I'm sure you noticed.
Yeah.
No, I don't think there was.
I didn't even notice right away that there were two tactics.
I was wondering if you would notice, because I was about to go back into it because I had like 3 levels beat, so I only needed 2 more for the tactics goal.
Yeah, no, I noticed like a couple times later. Oh, hey, beat 5 levels without using any flags. I already did that 4 times.
I was really surprised to see you exit out. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I just didn't notice the second tile.
You know, that was just that's you play the rough game where Tyler had to just go on the back pedal and try to defend a lot and pick some long goals.
Yeah.
Whereas you just went all in on the goals.
I kind of gave up on gold discs after Waldorf didn't go well beyond the goal to buy 4 items. Like, I just kind of kept getting bounced back. I didn't have any energy. It was gonna take a while. I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna take everything, like all the fast goals, and just win on majority. I don't need that stinking center tile.
And it worked out. It definitely worked out.
Gotta practice my Magic Garden 50k though. That was rough.
That wasn't that bad. I mean, you only died once.
I died like 3 times.
Okay, you died, but only 1 bad death. Yeah, no, Tactics was really the only time. Magic Garden.
Magic Garden, gotcha.
Yeah.
I don't like that goal. That is very hard. You could have that one.
No, that's definitely probably the toughest Magic Garden goal that's possible.
Yeah.
No, I mean, the only time you two were playing the same game was, well, I guess during the shop race at the end, but really, I think it was just a Tactics. Every other time you were just doing different things.
Did you have any pilot quest?
No, I did not touch pilot quest.
Okay. Oh man, I was fighting Big Blorg and I just got hit like twice, and I was like, well, guess I gotta go get another meat.
Yeah.
I do not have much respect for pilot quest plays. You know, I just don't bother with it. It's too much setup and then, you know, having to think about it the whole race. Like, yeah, too much brain power. I'm just gonna find all the fast goals and make all the squares go burr. Like, you know.
Alright, well, yeah, that's all I gotta say.
Yeah, well, I think that's going to do it. Well done, both of you. Definitely a pretty good showing from... really a good showing from both of you. You played really good defense there, Tyler. It's just that's not what Spooty was going for, so it backfired.
Yeah.
Alright, in that case, I think...
45 minutes. Yeah, jeez.
I mean, it's fast, but...
Yeah.
Spooty is a gamer.
Yep. Alright, well, yeah, I'll go see if that other A-tier match is going on, and I'll catch y'all later.
Yep, that's going to do it for us here on Cosmoing. Matt is still going with his match, although I do think he might be having internet issues, but I'm sure that's still going on, so hop over there, twitch.tv/kg28_, and we'll see you for some more Bingo League later. See you, everyone.